But yeah, no, today we're talking about all the insane news that has dropped. There was a lot has gone on in the comic book, movie, TV industry. DC just did FANDOME also, which is why like a crap ton of news is coming out. That's like their big like Comic-Con.
Is
E3
FANDOME like
level
at Comic-Con? Am I stupid?
I think it
own
is.
like conference or?
Yeah, I think they have it at, let me actually look this up real quick. Where is DC FANDOME? Do they do it separately or do they do it at a will be streamed on DC
Well, it
FANDOME?
sounds like a separate thing.
I think it is separate. It's not actually at Comic-Con. Yeah. Because that's
true. Just online.
Yeah.
I guess it was just
basically just a live stream. They have like a whole set and everything.
Yeah. It's like Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Nintendo Direct, but they only do it once a year. It's like their big thing of like, here's all the crazy stuff coming out. So
they had a lot of shit this year.
Oh,
my YouTube was like blasted these past couple of days.
There was a lot. I mean, okay, so just let's go over some of the things that happened in DC FANDOME and just comic books in general. Let's see. They released the first 2 episodes of Young Justice. The 3rd episode is out now. Do you keep up with Injustice?
And this
or Young Justice?
We're talking about Young Justice, right?
Yeah, Young Justice.
I personally never got past the 2nd season, I believe, back in the day. Really? I've been wanting to. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it. I remember really liking Young Justice, though. I thought it was really cool for back in its time. And I know it kind of went through production hell for a bit, right?
Yeah, that was kind of like season 3 wasn't like they announced season 3, but then they said it was canceled, and then they said, oh, it's actually coming back, and now season 3's out, and now they're on season 4.
Yeah. So I know like there's a lot of people who are huge fans of it. I'm glad they're continuing on with the series, and obviously DC knows that it's a good property. I might sneeze during this stream several times today, so if I do, I apologize. But yeah, if I remember correctly, you know Addison, right, from high school?
Yeah.
He used to be a huge Young Justice fan.
Really?
I believe so.
That's surprising.
I'd have to reach out to him and ask him again, but I remember him talking about it quite a bit back in the day.
Yeah, I absolutely love Young Justice. Really big. I just love a lot of the characters. I think it even better than Teen Titans because it shined a light on way more characters. And some people, like a lot of comic book fans, have their issues with it being like overcrowded right now. But it made me fall in love with like Superboy even more, Wally West, Kid Flash, and just invest in those characters. I'm actually going as Superboy for a Halloween party that I'm hosting next Friday. So like absolutely love the characters. I got Felix a little super dog costume. I'll take a picture of that. Wait, are you going? What are you going for as Halloween?
I guess I'm gonna go as my Attack on Titan cosplay. I have the option between that and dressing up as a king. I brought my stuff for both of them, so probably the Attack on Titan one just because it's a little easier. I need to go like thrift shopping for you. You know they have those huge ass military boots that they wear in the show.
Yeah.
I needed like a pair of those because I don't have those right now. All I wear with them is like dress shoes, which works fine, I guess. But you know.
That or any boot, honestly.
Yeah, I just don't have any, unfortunately. But I'm sure a Goodwill will probably find something, even if it's a shoe size too big. I only need it for the outfit, you know. So probably that'll be my guess.
I'm so excited. Halloween is like a introverted nerd's like favorite holiday because we like are too scared to cosplay in public or Comic-Cons, but then like for Halloween it's socially acceptable, so you can go all out. Like last year I went as Tony Stark, this year I'm going as Superboy, then I'm going as Wolverine for another party, so I've got like the claws.
I'm gonna drag your ass out to a Comic-Con or
I want to go to a Comic-Con so bad.
I guess it's just a con. I was about to say like what's the weeb version of it, but I think they both just go to cons for the most part.
Just to continue with all the drops from DC FANDOME, we also got Black Adam, Aquaman, and Flash teasers, which all look pretty good. We'll actually watch and react to some of the stuff. Like we're gonna watch the Batman trailer because that dropped and I haven't seen that yet. But what did you think of the teasers for those 3?
I thought the Aquaman ones were kind of brave because they kind of highlighted what's her name?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. Yeah, I was like, damn.
I'm just still so shocked DC is like really on that train. Like they're not getting off of it anytime soon, and that's just so disappointing.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy. So I was like, okay, the Aquaman one didn't impress me as much, but I haven't been a big fan of the live action Aquaman, so that's probably that.
What I will say about the Aquaman one that I
Go
did
for
like is I do like the costume. They're really going with his like 90s silver like metallic scale as costume, and I didn't think we'd ever see that live. Like I didn't think we'd obviously we had to have gotten like the classic orange shirt, green pants like suit, which we got in Aquaman 1, but I didn't think we were gonna get that 90s costume ever. So the fact that they're doing that is actually like sick. I like that.
I thought his orange one didn't look that bad in the movie.
No,
actually. That wasn't one of the things that I had a problem with. I thought they did like a really nice adaptation for it.
Yeah,
so
I think their costumes for Aquaman has been pretty on point. That's the one thing is visually, it looks like a really cool movie. Plot wise and story wise, but from getting to see it, we'll have to see. But like then we've got the Black Adam and Flash teasers.
The Black Adam one got me hyped.
That one I like. The Rock is just out there right now. I mean, dropped a rap song, released the trailer. Everyone's going like that.
The fucking rap song, man. Oh my god, that shit is so funny. It's so great. I'm sorry.
But I'm excited to see him play Black Adam. All the cast members have also been saying like a lot of stuff on set, saying like it's not like your average superhero movie, and it really shouldn't be, because like Black Adam's definitely more of an anti-hero. Like if you've seen Shazam, think about a character with all of Shazam's powers, because that's exactly what they are. Like they're tied to each other, but actually like gritty, not a child playing as Superman, but like a war-torn soldier / king trying to protect his, kind of like a Black Panther-esque. It's like Black Panther and Shazam together, essentially. Yeah, is what Black Adam is, I would say, character-wise.
And like, there's one thing I can say about like The Rock and like action movies and stuff like that is my homie like gets into it. He gets into his roles really well. I think like he has this good tendency to kind of like just dive all in, and I really think he's gonna kick ass as Black Adam. I'm excited to see.
Does Ezra Miller come out here? Yes.
Greetings, DC Fandome and Domers. Ezra Miller here, live from the set of The Flash. It looks like this.
Ezra Miller here. It looks like this is the set.
To show you the movie.
I'm very excited
because we're still making it.
We're still making it. We wanted
to show you a teaser, but we can't because we don't have enough material to make a teaser.
He sounds like he's really selling it.
We can't make a trailer.
Also, you definitely do have enough material to make a teaser.
My maestro Andy and I have put together that we really hope you'll enjoy. And I will see you in theaters later next year, or more importantly, you will see me.
That was just very... Ezra Miller has awkward boy energy, like real awkward boy energy. He was just like, "What's up, guys? This is the set."
Can you compare it with what's his name? Because I think The Rock announces Black Adam as well. If you don't mind pulling that up real quick, just so we can see the difference in how they sell it.
Does The Rock actually?
He does it at
Cyclone.
Oh, here it is.
DC Fandome, and hello to everyone watching around the world. I am so excited right now to be here and to talk to you about the man in black himself, Black Adam.
Can't yet because we're still making.
And this is Ezra Miller.
We're very excited to show you the movie.
Like, look at the comparison, the difference. That's actually ass. That's so bad. Nothing against Ezra. Love him, obviously. But, God, that's just so awkward.
It's like him, like, wandering onto set versus, like, The Rock, who's like, yeah, this is the movie. This is the character. Let's fucking do it. Ezra's like, well, like,
oh, my.
Movie, Flash.
Yeah. He just doesn't seem excited about it, like, at all. And maybe he is, but he's a very awkward individual. I don't think they should have let him introduce the teaser. Or if they did, they should have given him a script.
I just don't think people are going to be excited for this movie. You know, maybe it's because it's too far out. We haven't seen anything, I guess. But it's like, I don't know. I agree with you. The production hell is kind of fucked it up a little bit. Yeah.
But Black Adam looks good. Here's my other concern, though, is... when everything gets, I just like, because Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, like all them, they're already done with like their roles. But it seems like these movies, like Black Adam, would probably do really well. And I guess they haven't connected it yet to the rest of the DCU, so they could say it's a separate universe if they wanted to, and then build a DCU cinematic universe off that. But if not, like if he is connected to like the Shazam, that Superman, like yada yada, like what do you do at that point? Do you just have like three separate?
They have to reset their cinematic
then they have
universe.
Batman.
They're gonna have to, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think that's the thing though. It's DC. I don't think they're smart enough to do that. Like because they already said like, oh yeah, this Batman, Robert Patterson's Batman is from Earth 2. I'm like, why do your movies are not good enough for you to like have several different universes?
And you're just explaining this to like, it's literally, I guess, going at this point to the audience who had watched this, right?
Yes.
Or like is already super huge fans of the DC movies, I guess. Because like, if I'm your average person and you release the announcement, yo, this is the Batman from Earth 2, your average like moviegoer,
what is that?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna be like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about, and like, nor have you really had a chance to kind of dive into this topic in your universe at all. So like
we understand how like comic book multiverses work and all that different like separate Earth bullshit, and even still it confuses us, and we're like hyper fans. The average moviegoer is not going to be a fan of that strategy at all, and they're just going to be more confused. I think it's really dumb, and I don't know why they haven't just done a full reset or see what sticks and then just go from there.
Cool.
I love the black-red aesthetic for this
When that
movie.
light
I will
hits
say
the
it's
sky.
hella nice.
God damn.
I'm vengeance.
I mean, sick shot, but really dumb on their part. Bomb.
What'd you
That's
think?
kind of sick. I like that personally. Here, I'm gonna take us back to this scene, but I really liked that. I get we kind of had like a serious Batman with the Dark Knight trilogy, but oh god, it's playing again. No, not again, please. But I do want to see a more like actually like gritty Batman. I feel like we had a serious Batman, but not a gritty one, and I think you see that a lot more here, like almost like an Arkham-esque Batman from like the games. You know, I don't think we got that with the Dark Knight trilogy. I think we got more of a detective look on his side. And maybe I need to rewatch the Dark Knight movies, but it just didn't seem like brutal and stuff. And that's kind of what I want to see out of a Batman movie is like brutal, like fear using like Bruce Wayne. And I don't think we've had that yet. And so I'm excited for it personally. I have a lot of friends that are like mixed feelings on it. Like a lot of them thought it was super cool. A lot of them are like, oh, we're just getting Dark Knights Part 2 kind of deal, which I don't think we are at all.
don't think it's Dark Knight Part 2. This is not a realistic movie in any
Dark Knight
certainty.
definitely took more to like the realism side of like superhero movies. Which was kind of like the big thing back then with those superhero movies.
That's why I said my only main problem with this trailer and maybe with the movie is, I mean, I'm sure it's pretty comic book accurate to a certain point. I'm really not a big fan of the whole, like, him just shrugging off bullets like they're nothing kind of ordeal.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know if you
armor.
feel about that, but
I'm okay with that personally. Like, I like the armor and the Batman suit looks really cool. My thing is, I really hope they don't use, like, stupid logic to explain why he doesn't get hurt or stuff like that, because like there are like when he was getting shot at with all the machine guns, they just keep shooting the armored piece of his body, and I'm like, lift your gun up a little bit and you've got a shot.
That's why I don't mind, like that's what I'm saying, like I don't mind Batman being bulletproof to a certain extent. Like the scene earlier that happens where he gets shot I think twice with the pistol, I kind of like I'm more than cool with that. Like I think that's fine that like he would have, you know, pretty good resistance against like light arms maybe, and it really would surprise a criminal I think if he pulls out a pistol and like tries to shoot Batman and it does nothing. The other case where these two guys are like again literally like dumping their entire magazine into him and it's just kind of just hitting his chest and it's like whatever, like okay, it's not really what I look for out of a Batman movie, to be just kind of like just being able to like walk up on him fully invincible.
Yeah, that's true, because that's not the point of Batman. Is he's not supposed to be invincible. He's supposed to be someone who is very, very invincible, like very much can get hurt, but just does goes.
You know,
to the
uses the
extreme to-
environment, uses his gadgets and stuff to like pull out of it. I don't like the idea that it's just like Iron Man is just walking against gunfire like that. You know, it just kind of you know, as much as we hate on Batman v Superman, I mean, I still hold to it that I think the Batman fight scene towards the end of that movie against all the thugs, I think is really excellent. And some of the choreography and stuff looks really nice here in this trailer. I think I'm just sensitive about that one scene where he's just kind of like, whatever, bullets ain't shit, dog. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, okay, Superman, calm down. I like how Robert Pattinson looks in the suit. I like his suit, and I think he looks really nice in it. Jonah, I don't know how I feel about his Bruce Wayne look.
I don't like his Bruce Wayne look. I actually kind of hate it, but what I'm hoping they do is he's like developing his Bruce Wayne personality in this movie, because it is the first movie. So maybe by the end of the movie he realizes like, oh, I have to be both Batman and Bruce Wayne for this to work, kind of deal. And so he develops a Bruce Wayne personality and becomes like the rich fuckboy type playboy enthusiast. Cause Robert Pattinson kills that role as well. Like, he is such a dynamic actor. I love Robert Pattinson, and I'm very excited to see him be Batman, but I also really want to see him play a very convincing like Bruce Wayne as well, because I think he kills both roles. I just hope they actually let him explore that and do that. That's my hope. If not, that'll probably be my biggest takeaway from that movie is like they didn't do Bruce Wayne right. They did Batman right, but not Bruce Wayne. So I hope I'm proven wrong, or I hope my theory is right. But we'll kind of have to see. I'm
curious how long this movie is going to be too, because it looks like it goes over like a ton of different things.
Well, you have Penguin, Cobblepot, you have Riddler, you have Selena Kyle, and you have to introduce all those characters, explain their importance, and then have Batman
as well as this
against them.
Because like this is just, we're just kind of dropping in the middle of like, I don't know if this is really going to be like a Batman origin story.
I don't think so. I feel like they'll probably take the Spider-Man Homecoming route, where it's like, okay, this is like not even the third version of Batman. The third version of Batman in the last like decade, but like the seventh or eighth cinematic version of Batman. I hope they don't do the whole origin story bullshit. They can do it in like a quick flashback, but I don't want them to be like, and this is how he became Batman. No, like that. We know that story already. Just give us him being Batman. You know.
So I like it. I know I think I said the other day that I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. When I watched the trailer again, I was like, okay, I'm pretty square with everything, I think, but that bullet scene. I think everything else looks pretty nice. The music for it seems really interesting. Love the cinematography and the lighting for it. I think the choreography is also going to be really brutalized, as you said. So I don't know which of your friends are saying that this is going to be like the Dark Knight Part 2. This doesn't really feel like that at all. It just feels kind of darker.
The one that said that is probably the most like critical fan I know of like everything. But he's also a very smart guy. He brings up some points, but not with that point. Bad take. Take. That's the Batman stuff. And then they also dropped I guess, let's watch the Peacemaker trailer as well. We're starting now. Wow, they did just go straight into it. No ads. Oh, Vigilante? Okay.
Expertise in every weapon known to humankind.
January 13th, the day before my birthday. Let's go. Are you still watching, Gino?
No, I just finished it.
What do you think?
I
knew that was gonna be your reaction.
I'm a little confused.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember. In Suicide Squad, he was kind of a comedic character at times.
He was.
Okay.
He was. Yeah. He was also kind of dark.
That's a thing that lacks from this trailer a lot. Not enough darkness. They had a sprinkle of it for a little bit when they talked about his dad stuff, but that was about it. I hope he has more serious
I don't know what
points.
this show wants to be, man. It looks like it's like a sitcom with like action.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Sitcom with action. All the characters just seem.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Justin.
What did he say?
He said looks great. Right?
I don't know. I didn't hate it. I think I just have to see it. I think I could have a lot of fun with it, But I hope it has some good moments. The vigilante character, interesting that they brought him out. I do hope we get a more serious side of Peacemaker though, because like if you see him in the comics, he's really brutal. Like he's even just recently in the Suicide Squad comics and the way he's interacted with like Connor Kent or like Superboy, it just shows you he's willing to do anything for what he thinks is right. And we saw that in the Suicide Squad movie too at the end there. At least
James Gunn is also directing this, right?
Yeah,
this is his show.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I hope he's not just a laughing beat stick character. I don't want him to pull like a Thor Ragnarok-esque type shit with Peacemaker, but
Justin made a really funny joke about James Gunn the other day. Justin being video game docs, in case you didn't know. That James Gunn is starting to like get caught in this pattern where every movie he does is just like just a gang of misfits getting together and they listen to cool music and like that's kind of it. And it's like, okay, we like comedy. Comedy's nice. That's good. I don't want to slander James Gunn, but it's just like this feels like something we've already kind of like seen already.
It fits for some things. It's weird because he's like James Gunnified, like the Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad now, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Not really at all. Their characters and story arcs are much different. And I'm not one that's like, it's got to be 1-to-1 to the comics or whatever. I could care less. It's just you can tell it's like James Gunn made his imprint on the Guardians. Like he James Gunnified them, and I think he definitely did that with Suicide Squad and is now doing that with Peacemaker. I don't see that necessarily as a good thing, because like the coolest thing for me about comics is like a different writer can write a character entirely differently, and so you can get different versions sometimes that vary obviously. But the cool thing is generally you're still gonna get the like base level like that character from that writer, like
the core values.
You can go from story to story, from different writer to different writer, and you're reading the same character. Here it's like James Gunn was like directing Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know who's directing the third movie or if he's back. I think he's back on it, but like if someone else were to take it up, they couldn't really do anything themselves with it, because now like they're so rooted in this like laughing slapstick group of misfits saving the world kind of shtick. They now have this shtick that they're stuck with, which I personally don't see as a good thing. I feel like it's worse to have that almost as a director than a writer, because at least as a writer in the future you can change up or even if another writer comes, like another writer will come and like reset things if you take it like way out of bounds. Well, like with directing, I feel like you can't do that. Like once you do something, it kind of sticks. Well,
also, I mean, if you do, you end up getting the Star Wars scenario where you have one director do one thing, the following director try to take that and go a completely different direction, and then you get the OG director in the last movie who tries to fix everything, and it turns into a total mess when people try changing things.
Star Wars. Justin. I agree.
So I don't know. I agree with you. I guess maybe we have to see it, but that trailer didn't really. I mean, I was never sold on a Peacemaker show to begin with, because maybe I just wasn't
it was very random.
But
I think they really just wanted to use John Cena.
I think John Cena's they're trying to. I mean, John Cena's a good actor to use. I'm not gonna lie, but put him in other properties maybe or something. I don't know. You got a couple of different options there than just making the Peacemaker show. But they're trying to do what they did with like Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn's got her own successful properties now.
Yeah, they do. I mean, she has her own animated TV show now.
She does.
It's
a good
going
show
well
too.
from what I heard.
I was going to say, I actually really like that show, but at the same time, it's like you can't do that with every character that's street level. I guess. I mean, I guess you could try to, but who? Yeah.
So that's all the main things that dropped teaser and trailer wise. We also got some stuff from Gotham Knights. That looks really cool. I'm super hyped for that game. It's apparently going to be like the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls are going to be like the main antagonist that you're going to fight as. For those of you that don't know, Gotham Knights is literally Bruce Wayne dies and all of his Robins or sidekicks take over to protect Gotham. So it's like the very first Robin, Dick Grayson, Nightwing kind of leading the pack with Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. So lots of cool characters and different costumes that they've been showing up. So that I'm excited for. Trying to think if there's any.
I think they also released information for the new Suicide Squad game. I think that also came out in DC Fandom as well.
Yeah, I forgot that that's coming out.
They dropped a new trailer for it, at least I know that much because I watched it. But
do a quick YouTube outro for the DC video. If you want to keep up with us and follow more stuff, get news, updates, things like that, follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram. It's all just at Your Resident Nerds. You will get a bunch of information on when we'll be streaming next, topics that you want us to talk about directly. You can shoot at us there. But otherwise, my name is Nikita, your local comic book nerd.
I am Gino, your beardless weeb authority.
Sadly beardless. And we are your resident nerds. We will nail that one day, Gino.
We had it really great last